Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. There's no greater show on earth than observing human nature. Follow your heart. Listen to your inner voice. Stop caring about what others think. Cherish that which is in you and shut out that which is without, for much knowledge is a curse. Keep the fight in your veins, honey. Never let it fade. It does not matter how slowly you go, so long as you do not stop. A seed neither fears light nor darkness, but uses both to grow. To be alone is to be different. To be different is to be alone. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. But every difference of opinion is not a difference of principle. Whatever you believe with feeling becomes your reality. Verily, God does not reward man for what he does, but for what he is. Once you bid farewell to discipline, you say goodbye to success. Some people could look at a mud puddle and see an ocean with ships. If you want to see a rainbow, you have to learn to see the rain. It is error alone which needs the support of government. Truth can stand by itself. Attack where he is unprepared. Sally forth when he does not expect you. If you know both yourself and your enemy, you can win 100 battles without a single loss. Each star is a mirror reflecting the truth inside you. Generally in war, the best policy is to take a state intact. To ruin it is inferior to this. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. Success is defined in units of fun. It's all about being happy. To a mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. If water derives lucidity from stillness, how much more the faculties of the mind? People who fit don't seek. The seekers are those that don't fit. In my deepest wound, I saw your glory, and it dazzled me. Try not to become a man of success. Rather become a man of value. You talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts. There is no doubt fiction makes a better job of the truth. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Without deviation from the norm, progress is not possible. Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it. No other success can compensate for failure in the home. Good order results spontaneously when things are let alone. One half of the world cannot understand the pleasures of the other. I'm not pretty. I'm not beautiful. I'm as radiant as the sun. Remember that the happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more. Bringing joy to another lights 1,000 suns within. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. A man should look for what is and not for what he thinks should be. It's failure that gives you the proper perspective on success. Stand in the divine rain, and seeds of wisdom will grow in your soul. What cannot be said, above all, must not be silenced, but written. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. The truths that matter most to us come always half-spoken. Almost nobody dances sober unless they happen to be insane. But the only way never to do the wrong thing is never to do anything. Unless you enter the tiger's lair, you cannot get hold of the tiger's cubs. You can change your mind. Don't let your mind change you. War is a matter of vital importance to the state. Sometimes the best of God's gifts arrive by the shattering of all the window panes. Nature is pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. If a craftsman wants to do good work, he must first sharpen his tools. In making tactical dispositions, the highest pitch you can attain is to conceal them. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. You can't blame gravity for falling in love. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. If tomorrow were never to come, it would not be worth living today. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Strange what being forced to slow down could do to a person. The expert in anything was once a beginner. The reason why the universe is eternal is that it does not live for itself. It gives life to others as it transforms. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Loving yourself is required for authentic relationships. Keep their friends close and their enemies closer. Imagination is the highest form of research. You will find the key to success under the alarm clock. If the enemy has occupied them before you, do not follow him, but retreat and try to entice him away. Our lives can't be measured by our final years. Of this I am sure. I only want to write, and there's no college for that, except life. When you procrastinate, you become a slave to yesterday. So shut up, live, travel, adventure, bless, and don't be sorry. The more you face challenges, the less you fear them. Recognizing power in another does not diminish your own. We say later, later, until later becomes too late, and all we can think of is if only. Not knowing you can't do something is sometimes all it takes to do it. If we will be quiet and ready enough, we shall find compensation in every disappointment. If you want to tell people the truth, make them laugh, otherwise they'll kill you. Perfect happiness is the absence of striving for happiness. Heaven does without doing, through its purity. Earth does without doing, through its calmness. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. That is all very senseless, but this senselessness has a pretty mouth, and it smiles. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. How people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. My fear was not of death itself, but a death without meaning. Life isn't worth living unless it is lived for someone else. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. Even in the loneliest moments, I have been there for myself. Do not wait for the last judgment. It comes every day. Do not fear the thorns in your path, for they draw only corrupt blood. History, Stephen said, is a nightmare from which I am trying to awake. Where the army is, prices are high. When prices rise, the wealth of the people is exhausted. Once you stop learning, you start dying. You know, the minute you stop thinking about it, it'll happen. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters.